Lord departed from off the threshold of the house, and stood over the cherubims. And the cherubims lifted up their wings, and mounted up from the earth in thy sight. When they were out, the wheels were also beside them, and every one stood at the door of the east gate.
I pray that you would really allow God to make you a new wineskin and be filled with the Holy Spirit and be filled with the new wine. I mean, that was such a radical miracle. Just think about it. It was like a wedding, and they ran out of wine. And the most radical part of the Feast of Canaan, Jesus' first miracle, isn't that he turned water into wine. I mean, that's like easy for God, right? He can do anything. So he turns water into wine. The radical part of that whole miracle was that the water pots that he used were for the purification of the Jews. The 6 water pots were for the washing of the hands, and they were for the purification rites, so they could eat and do what they needed to do and be on the law. The water pots represented the law. And Jesus says that the law came by Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. And that's why he used those water pots, symbolizing the law, to fill them with wine. And that's what he has for us and for anyone who believes in him, is a feast of Canaan. He has a feast, the wedding feast that he's going to prepare. And the sad thing is, he says that a lot of people who are invited won't come. So he goes out in the highways and byways, and the poor and the lame and the blind and anyone who will come, he invites into that wedding feast. But I want to invite you into that feast, that you would come into that feast, and that with him you would have that intimate fellowship in him, who he is, that you would live and move, and he is your being, like he is all of you, that you're complete in him and who he is. We left out the names of God from our Bibles, which is very sad, but the names of God in Hebrew are so beautiful, and I'll give a whole teaching on them at some time, because one of the names is El Shaddai, and that comes from like a feminine side of God. It's like the mother side. It's like the mini-breasted one. The terms in Hebrew are from the roots of the feminine parts of the body. So God is, he is the Father, but he is the all in all. He is that he is. He is like mother and father, and he is the one who can come in and heal you completely and give you intimate fellowship, which again, everyone is looking for intimate fellowship, intimate love, intimate relationship. And from this relationship, you can obey him in your marriage however you desire, and you can obey him in your singleness however you desire to do that, however you work it out with him. It is all stems from him, and everything you do for his glory alone is so important.